Okay, so yesterday when we talked about measurement, we talked about the cups and all the different ways to make a cup with eighth cups, half cups, fourth cups, third cups. But this is our cup. And when you think of a cup, like what do we normally do a cup of? You might have like a cup of rice for dinner. Your parents might put this cup of rice and then cook it. Might be a cup of that. If you know any coffee drinkers, normally coffee is like this is like a cup of coffee. Yeah, that's what they mean. So Miss Amanda doesn't ever drink just one cup of coffee, but most people just drink one cup of coffee. So that's how you can think of it. Or you might have a cup of tea. It really is about a cup in our mugs. So what's new today, what we're going to talk about is a pint. Okay, so here we have a pint. And you can think of a pint, you might get 1 pint of, you might get in this little milk cup, ice cream. If you get a little thing of Ben and Jerry's, that's in a pint. And let me see, what else? So also, when you go to the restaurant and you get a cup like this, they give you a glass like that, that's about a pint too. So that's how you can remember your pint, is that you get a big cup from the restaurant, that's about a pint. Also ice cream or a little pint of milk. Okay, now with our next one, so we have cups, pints, and our next one is quarts. So this is 1 quart. So this is another milk container. So some people do buy a quart of milk. Other things that you find in a quart, a lot of juice that we get is going to be in a quart. I don't have any juice in a quart. But I think bigger tubs of ice cream are a quart. But yeah, so just seeing the differences here. Then the last liquid volume measurement we're going to talk about is our gallon. Okay, if you remember, if you were in my class last year, we got to drink some of this big gallon of juice. And in a gallon, it's more common to have a gallon of milk than a gallon of juice, but I liked that one was pink. So if you have a gallon of milk, you're going to have that big gallon of milk. Other things that you might see that are a gallon is you might have a gallon of paint. So this is a gallon of paint. Okay, even though that the containers are shaped differently, they hold the same amount. They hold a gallon. Okay. So that's another way you can remember a gallon. You can also remember when parents go to the gas station to buy gas for the car. In the United States, we measure that in gallons. So how many gallons of gas does your parents' car need? And it might be a good time to ask them. Yeah, ask them how many gallons of gas their car can hold. Miss Amanda's car can hold about 10, a little more than 10. So those are 4 common liquid measurements in the customary system. So the next activity we're going to do with this is see how many can fit into the next. Okay, so here I have a cup of liquid, and this is, do you remember what this one is? This is our pint. Okay, so I'm going to see how many cups are in a pint. Okay, and I'm pretty nervous about this. Okay, so I'm going to get another cup. And I would recommend, if you're experimenting with this, to do this over the sink, please. Can get a little dangerous. Spills. Okay, so that is about 2. I had to do a little under. So we will say that there are 2 cups in a pint. Okay, now that I have my pint filled up, I'm going to see how many pints are in a quart. And so, do you remember how many cups are in a pint? 2 cups in a pint. So now let's see how many pints are in a quart. filled up my pint again. Oops, I'm gonna need that. Okay, 2. Yeah, so 2 pints in a quart. Okay, so bonus question. Do you know if there's 2 cups, in the pint, how many cups would go in the quart? If we know that 2 pints are in the quart. See if you know. It's going to be on the quiz after. And if you don't know, test it. Yeah? Okay. Now, what was this one? Our gallon. Now we're going to see how many quarts are in a gallon. My cat has become interested in the paint bucket down there. Okay, so okay, and I gotta go fill up. Okay, so 1 quart went in the gallon. Now, this is all be 2 quarts. Is it full yet? No, not full yet. This is our 3rd quart. And it looks like I'm gonna have to get some more water. And our 4th quart. Oh, yep, that is it. So that's 4 quarts in a gallon. Okay, so there's going to be a quiz on Google Classrooms about this, and I want you to try, if you have clean containers, and your parents say, okay, I do want you to try to see for yourself to prove this, right? And yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to show you in just a minute one other thing I want you to do for this project. Okay, so this is the work that I want you to do to follow up. This is called our gallon guy. We did this last year at the beginning of the year, but it's different now. So in the middle, it's kind of like the body of this person, 1 gallon. So that's the largest amount, right? Not actually of a person, but just for our purpose of remembering the measurements. Okay, then do you remember how many quarts were in a gallon? There were 4. So put quart here, quart here, quart here, quart here. So that shows us that there are 4 total quarts in a gallon. Do you remember how many pints were in a quart? 2. So we put, for each quart, we put 2 pints with it. Okay, and then this one, the reason why I didn't write it, because my paper got wet. So I couldn't write anything here, but it's supposed to say 1 pint, 1 pint. Okay, and then do you remember how many cups are in a pint? Yeah, 2. So 1 cup, and 1 pint. 1 cup, and 1 pint. So 1, and 1 pint. So 2 cups, pint. 2 cups and a pint, 2 cups and a pint. Okay, and then here it should also be 2 cups and a pint, 2 cups and a pint. Okay, so then what's cool, what I really like about the gallon guys is that then you can see that in a gallon, how many pints are in a gallon? 2, 4, 6, 8. There are 8 pints in 1 gallon. We can see that from our gallon guy. Okay, and then you could even look at how many cups were in a quart. Or you could look at how many cups were in a gallon. All right, so be sure to check out your quiz, and I do want to see your gallon guys later today. And if you have a printer, or if you want, you can put a little head on your gallon guy. You could print out a picture of yourself or your dog or something and put it on top of this gallon's head. I don't have a printer, so I'm not going to do that. I also think it might look kind of creepy, but I think it would be creepy in an interesting way. I wish I could do that. So I hope to see some exciting gallon guys later today.